The Sims team just announced a big core game update coming this Tuesday, February 3rd. So if you play with mods, you're gonna want to stick around for this one. Hey Cozy Cuties! I'm Christy. Welcome back to the Cozy Cutie Club, where I make cozy Sims 4 videos to enhance your gameplay, including everything from mods and CC to tips and tricks that you can use to enjoy your game. So here's the sitch. The Sims team posted a laundry list blog post on January 27th, detailing what to expect in the next update as they prep for the release of the Royalty and Legacy expansion pack on February 12th. And this base game update is actually pretty big, not in terms of quantity of bug fixes, but in terms of complexity of what was updated. In this blog post, they shared how they think the update is going to impact base game and several mods, some of which are potentially going to be addressed in this update. So if you're too busy to read the patch notes, but you want to know everything that's going on, I'm going to run through all the details for you so you can have this video on while you do chores, work, whatever it is that you're doing, and you can still be kept in the loop. I'll share my thoughts at the end. Also, stick around for the end of the video where I give you guys a list of mods that I think will be affected by this update so you can keep an eye on those proactively. All right, so we are going to go through this line by line so you don't miss anything. They break up this blog post into 4 different sections. The first section is about the upcoming update in relation to mods. So it says they're rolling out an exciting base game update that introduces expanded and improved functionality for family trees, genealogy, and relationship data. These updates enhance how Sims families' connections are tracked and displayed, and they're going to share more details soon on their social media. And this is where the biggest watch out is in terms of this update. Because this update makes changes to core game systems, our testing has shown that some mods, particularly those that extend or interpret family and relationship data, will be affected. This could appear as missing relatives, unexpected relationship changes, or family trees that don't reflect what you expect. In rare cases, I don't know how rare is rare according to them, but in rare cases, these issues could negatively impact your save. I don't think it would be rare, but you know what? I don't know. I'm just speaking out of precaution, I guess. If you use mods that involve lineage, generational gameplay, or complex family rules, we strongly recommend removing them before the February 3rd base game update and waiting until the creators confirm compatibility. Honestly, a little scary. Thank you for your patience and for giving mod authors the time they need to update their work, blah, 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 blah. They did also mention here that they posted a list of Python changes for mod creators in the EA forums. So that's good because hopefully that means that they have had a head start, but regardless, let's not pressure our favorite mod creators. The next section is about the save file investigation update. So as you may know, I've posted a couple videos covering the laundry list updates since they started back in, I don't know, September, October. They've been working, or at least mentioning that they are addressing or investigating all the issues related to save file errors. And so they have a whole section here just mentioning that it's still a priority. Honestly, this just feels like they're trying to comfort us. But they say since they started doing this in September, they've delivered preventative solutions for a range of issues. They also shipped improvements to core systems, like slowly rolling out changes to scratch files and rental cheats. That means nothing to me. For remaining issues, they're waiting for further information from players experiencing them to be able to investigate further, and will continue to monitor for any new player reported issues. Then they mentioned that they are ready to start shifting their focus from investigations to longer term prevention, and will be providing any relevant updates regarding that in the laundry list updates instead of a monthly standalone post. So I didn't even know that they were doing a monthly standalone regarding this issue. I've only seen it mentioned in the laundry list. So they have been consistent about that. When these changes ship, they'll be clearly called out in patch notes, so you'll know when something directly related to save stability has been addressed. So that's nice. And then it says this approach lets the team focus on durable fixes while still keeping communication clear and at a regular cadence. So I guess they basically want to eliminate doing double work here, because posting about it but in the laundry list and as a monthly post does feel like an extra task that they have to have their team do. So that makes sense to me, if I'm understanding it correctly. And then here they have a section that lists the top community concerns they're investigating for the next update. It feels like they're using the terminology investigating simply just to cover their butts. And in case they can't fix something by the next update that they were hoping to fix, then they can't be held as accountable, I guess, because they never promised it to begin with. So I'm just going to run through them. Resolved an issue that caused photos to turn black discovered after the January 13th base game update. Fixed a UI issue in Create a Sim that was preventing elements from displaying in turn-ons and turn-offs, as well as the like and dislike buttons. Fixed additional instances of an issue where entering and exiting build mode during scenarios with goals would cause the UI to disappear or the game to become unresponsive. Editing mermaids or aliens in Create a Sim should no longer cause a game crash. Resolved an issue that could prevent room type assignments in build mode. Simple slattered and mastercraft staircases no longer have an extra board when placing L-shaped stairs. Book covers for baking, wellness, snowboarding, rock climbing, herbalism, and photography books should no longer change when placed on retail displays. Fabrication and mixology skill books no longer have the same book cover. Resolved an issue causing nail asset blah 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 to cause a metallic effort to the entire body. Resolved an issue where Sims grandparents incorrectly had romantic interactions available to them with extended family members. Resolved an issue causing nail assets blah 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 and blah 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 to show lines around the upper arm on Sims. Resolved an issue where Sims didn't complete the dance with someone goal at prom, preventing a gold event rating. And the last one is upgraded vacuums now work in the off-the-grid lot type. And then the final section here is updates on top community voted issues. So essentially this is just listing a couple things that they are continuously working on, but will not be for this specific update. They mention here that some topics can be complicated to replicate and require an extended investigation on their end, so they're actively reviewing, and it's not a guarantee that they're going to have an immediate fix in the upcoming patch. Again, I just feel like covering their butts in case they can't fix any of this or any aspects of this by the time the update comes out, which is very soon. So there's an eyes and eyelids issue. Work continues on this top community reported concern, and preliminary behind the scenes work went out as part of the January 13th base game update. We hope to have more to share soon. Disappearances of pets and horses in pre-made households. The team feels they are circling a fix for this issue, and we're hoping to have a fix for internal testing soon. Strangers in your conversation. We've begun investigating this issue, and the team is working on some new theories that could lead to fixes that we hope to share soon. Animals stuck / disappeared in inventory. We are testing potential fixes for this that look promising. Sims obsessively use objects. We have several proposed fixes under investigation for issues reported in this thread. We'll share new information as it becomes available. And then they just list to follow them on X and join the Discord community. And they encourage us to keep posting any issues that we encounter in the forum. Now, what do I think about this? My thoughts. First off, I don't think it's surprising that we're getting an update. As we all know, every time that DLC comes out, there's normally an update that accompanies it. So that does not surprise me. And the fact that Royalty and Legacy seems to have a lot of family related gameplay in terms of, you know, they've been showing family trees in the trailer, inheritance and things like that, makes sense to me that these are the areas that might be affected in terms of other mods. It is a little bit concerning and a little bit frustrating because personally, I love family gameplay, and so I have a lot of mods in my game that are related to families and also just relationships in general. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. As somebody with a lot of mods, I am not excited to find out how much is going to break. The good news is that mod creators have had a heads up, so hopefully that means that it won't be that bad. Fingers crossed. I think it is really nice that they gave creators a heads up. Really drives the narrative for me that they are trying to be collaborative with us in terms of how many Sims players like to play with mods. I feel like that's been a concern in the Sims player base of them not being very mod friendly. So I don't know, you can let me know what you think about that in the comments. The save file integrity issue, I think it's good that they keep resurfacing it. I think it's good that they keep reminding us that they are investigating it and kind of trying to like ease our worries. I personally have not had a lot of save file issues, knock on wood, but I know a lot of people have mentioned it to me, and I can't imagine how frustrating it is to lose save files, especially save files. I know people that have save files that have been going on for like years. And to lose a save file like that is devastating. So I'm glad that it's like top of mind for them and they keep reassuring us of that, because I much rather them over communicate about something, even if we're not getting like a concrete fix at that moment. In terms of the fixes, so like I cannot tell you guys how many people have been commenting on my TikToks and telling me that their photos turned black after the update that had fixes for photos turning black. Bro, I'm glad that they jumped on that real quick, because like how upsetting, how ridiculous is that they dropped a fix for it and it ended up breaking the exact thing they were trying to fix. Like how does that happen? Okay, how? I'm not a coder and I don't get it, but how? The other bug fixes I wasn't really experiencing. I did see some people mention they're dying for them to fix prom. It doesn't seem like they're fixing the most like prevalent prom issues. Prom is a disaster right now. Every time that I host or attend a prom in The Sims 4, like nobody's there. And so I'm glad that they're at least talking about prom, but the fact that the only thing that was fixed related to prom was completing the dance with someone goal, I'm just like, okay, but like I need prom to actually work for that to matter to me, you know? But I will say I haven't had a prom in my game in the past maybe like couple weeks. So it could be that it's fixed and I'm talking schmack, but you guys can let me know in the comments as well about that. Now I'm going to give you a list of popular mods that I think are at risk of breaking as a result of this update. MC Command Center, or MCCC. This mod controls so many different aspects of the game. I can imagine some aspect of it is going to need to be updated. I don't know if it's going to be game breaking, but considering the fact that you can use this kind of like a controller for your game, I think it might be impacted. A couple Lumpino mods, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, I'm sorry if I'm not. RPO, Relationship and Pregnancy Overhaul, one of my absolute favorites, such a gem. I definitely think this is going to be impacted. If you don't know, this is a huge mod with tons of like subsegments. I don't know how much social interactions are going to be affected, considering it's kind of an adjacent of relationships, but just in case, the Contextual Social Interactions mod by Lumpino, Curious Inquiries by Lumpino, End Friendship, No Strings Attached, and I'm literally just looking at my own mods and screaming inside. Wonderful Whims, that's a big one. This one allows you to focus on romantic relationships, attraction systems. I think there's also like a dating app as part of it, or maybe I'm thinking of something different, but I can definitely see this one being impacted. This one's by Turbo Driver. A couple other social interaction related mods. So Holiday Drama, Little Miss Drama, Flirty Interactions, Little Miss Drama, Insecure Interactions, Little Miss Drama, Petty Interactions, Little Miss Drama, Smitten Interactions, and then there's the Wedding Disaster by Jelly Paws. The initial drama ones I mentioned, those are from L Sims World, and then Wedding Disasters from Jelly Paws. This one might be a long shot, but Little Miss Sam has a social activities mod, which just gives you like rabbit hole activities that you can do with others. I don't know how much that's going to be impacted by the relationship aspect of this update. Hopefully not, but just in case. So sad to say this, but another amazing mod creator that focuses on relationship related things, Maple Bell. I think that the custom relationship bit mod and the More Kisses mod might be affected by this. That's like literally directly tied to relationships and how they work. So I can see those being impacted. Some of my favorites, so good. I'm so sad about it. I'm wondering if the RVSN Modern Family Photo mod is going to be impacted by this because of the photo fix. And then there was also a cast related update. Because of that, I would keep an eye on more cast columns, which I know a lot of us use, especially if we have a lot of CC. Okay, I know, I see you, queen. Okay. Oh, and also A Deep Indigo has a decent amount of mods related to relationships, family gameplays, things like that. A couple of them are Connected Sims, Family and Friends activities. There's a couple like rabbit hole dating ones, and Dynamic Teen, which I don't know how much Dynamic Teen will be impacted. Those are the ones I can think of on the spot. I also did like some very cool week research. Let's all cross our fingers and hope for the best that this update is not going to make us all cry and not want to play our Sims for weeks. If you have any other questions, if you have any specific thoughts on this, if you want to see more videos like this, whatever it is, tell me all your thoughts in the comments. I want to talk to you all. And I wish you the best, first of all, in regards to this update, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!